You better eat some of that. You're going to need your strength. I don't have much of an appetite.
Here you go. If you want anything else, ask Hawk. I'm out of here.
Okay, have a nice day at
Thank
school.
you. You're going to lose today, Chelsea.
You think so?
I know it. If there's any justice under heaven, your case against Rick does not stand a chance.
Gonna be late for school, Roxy.
Okay.
I think it'd be a good idea we do a rundown on any employees that have been fired in the last couple of months.
You're right. You never know when someone out there's got an axe to grind.
But this kind of grand-scale sabotage is too slick to be a one-man operation. Tactics are too sophisticated. That's exactly why we're doing a sweep for all electronic bugs. You can never be too careful.
That's what I usually say.
Hey, Simon, what brings you here?
Bad news, I'm afraid. We've had a little accident with one of the trucks.
Hi. You look great.
Thanks, so do you.
Oh, thank you. Between Fletcher and Ben, I'm in very high spirits. I brought some material over for you to look at.
Ah, well, tell you the truth.
You know, I got in touch with this Venezuelan newspaper that has good street sources. Now, we can't really pinpoint Alan yet, but whoever's responsible for these accidents is sure using his tactics. Here, take a look at this.
Great. What time do you have?
9 o'clock.
Oh, Maeve, I can't read this right now. It's 9 o'clock. I've got a doctor's appointment. I'm already running late. I'm sorry.
Reva, are you all right?
Any news yet on the autopsy results?
No, not yet. I'm still waiting for the tests to come up from the lab.
Well, Rick's hearing is due to start very soon. You're not going to have much time to go over them.
I know that, and the thing is I'm going to be forced to just guess which test should get priority.
Okay. Let's not get worked up about this. You're doing everything you can. Rick knows we're behind him, and that's all that counts.
My son is innocent. I want him cleared. Yeah.
Ed, has that autopsy report arrived?
We're still waiting.
My luck better change sooner. The Mirror's gonna have the only story in town.
The role of Philip Spaulding is now being played by Grant Alexander.
Mr. Spaulding?
Oh, you can call me Philip.
Here's your coffee.
Thank you.
Is this your first trip to Springfield?
No, it's not. I'm going home.
Make Alan Spaulding eat that headline.
It's playing the situation for all it's worth, that's for sure.
I should have resigned.
Why?
What good would that have done?
Well, for one thing, you wouldn't be catching all this flack from Alan's paper.
Oh, big deal. It's not the first time you used that piece of trash to go after somebody who's at odds with, and I can bounce back from that bad press.
Of course you can. Nobody takes this stuff seriously.
Still, you're a Bauer in a Bauer hospital, and that makes you a prime target for mudslingers.
Exactly. People think I can get off because of my last name.
Oh, what a joke. If anything, your name is working against you. I mean, the board's going to be bending over backwards to show that there's no nepotism involved here.
Look, if we weren't all related, they wouldn't be making such a big deal about this.
Look, I like being a Bauer. I'm proud of who we are and how we got here, and I'll take the good with the bad any day of the week.
I like that attitude. You're going to be okay. Now, look, you just march in there and show that board what you're made of.
Thanks, Mo.
Oh, I'm going to go and check and see if the conference room is ready.
All right.
Well, Rick, we should get going. I want to review what you can expect.
All right.
Now,
Sure.
whatever the medical panel decides today will determine your status as a doctor only at Cedars. It's not binding in a court of law.
Okay, so that means I could feasibly work at another hospital if worse came to worse.
Possibly. But I'm sure that Chelsea and her lawyer will undoubtedly use the panel's determination as a basis for a civil lawsuit. Now, what that means is if they win today, Rick, essentially, they have a malpractice suit sewn up.
Which means my career as a doctor would be finished.
Yeah, but look, now the panel is not ruled by a judge. You have to convince 3 of the 5 members that you're innocent.
Well, that's great.
Now, both sides will give their point of view, but remember, it is not a trial. It's an open debate, so sometimes things get pretty heated, but it is crucial that you keep your cool.
I'll try.
No, you do it. Your career is on the line.
Okay, Ross, you have my word.
Wish I could guarantee the same thing.
Well, if you can't, Ed, it'd be best to wait outside.
Well, I have to wait here for the lab report anyway.
All right, Rick, let's go.
All right. Good luck. Thanks, Dad.
I'll be with you as soon as I can.
I'm sorry, Reva. I come barreling in here talking about nothing but business. Have you been ill?
No, it's just my yearly checkup. Regular.
Really?
Yeah, really.
Look, I'm hardly one to talk, but I do know how important it is to take care of yourself.
Well, I appreciate you being concerned, but I swear I'm fine.
I heard that you collapsed the other night at the art auction.
Oh, that, yes, but I mean, there was an awful lot going on that night, you know.
Yeah, I know how easy it is to overestimate your stamina, too.
Well, let's just wait and see what the doctor has to say. Believe me, I can be lazy if I'm given a good enough reason to be.
Good. Okay, I'll call you later from the office.
Okay. Maeve.
Yeah.
Do you mind if I ask you something personal?
It depends. What is it?
Well, I was wondering how you did it. I mean, how do you handle having Ben and a job at the Journal?
Well, that's not easy. Anybody who tells you being a working mother is easy is either crazy or an out-and-out liar. But it's worth it.
How so?
I love Ben more than anything in the whole world. I really do, but I love having the job. I love that kind of balance in my life. But it takes a lot of work to keep all that running smoothly. In fact, I'm trying to start a daycare room at the Journal so I can spend more time with him.
Oh, that's a great idea. It'll be nice to have him so nearby.
Yeah. Why do you ask?
Well, I just wondered how you did it. I really should be going.
Okay, I'll talk to you later.
Okay, bye-bye.
Bye.
Tous les ingrédients sont réunis pour nous plonger cette semaine en plein cœur de l'automne. Le brouillard reste dense sur l'est et le centre de la...
Christine.
Christine ici. Allô, je suis absente. Si vous désirez laisser un message, entendez le bip et je vous rappellerai dès que je serai de retour. Merci.
It's Johnny. I got your number from Jacques, and I know I probably shouldn't be calling you, but I have to ask you some questions about Jean-Claude. I want to see you, Christine. I'm leaving first thing in the morning, so it's going to have to be tonight, so you can call me at 55-45253. If you get home in time. You may be my last hope.
Kind of accident. Someone had put the wrong clutch in one of the tankers.
Oh,
Man.
for God's
The
sake.
driver was making a shipment to Mount Holly. He was trying to downshift on an incline. Truck lost traction, flipped over in a ditch.
Was the driver hurt?
No, he was okay when he got to the shop, but then Cat started egging him on.
What'd Cat do? Talk him into whiplash?
You bet. He's threatening a lawsuit.
Well, who the hell is Cat?
He's a pain in the neck with a union post. Even the guys on his own local don't like this man.
Look, Simon, you sure that maintenance didn't foul up somewhere here?
You mean, could it have been an accident?
Yeah.
No, you guys have got the best maintenance crew working down there. Besides, I checked in stock and we have the right clutch.
I'm sure this is sabotage. Whoever's doing this is just responding to the challenge I sent out on television.
I'm afraid you're right. Well, boys, looks like we got ourselves a full-scale war on our hands.
Not only that, the men down at the shop are running scared, too. They saw the broadcast. And as much as they love working for Lewis Oil, they're not going to risk their lives for it.
Well, I can't say I blame them.
Simon, is there any way that you can track down the culprit?
I doubt it, because I've been switching the shifts to keep everybody happy, so I don't think there's any way of pinning any one man down.
All right, look, I think from now on we should have each man sign his own worksheet. That way we can keep a track of each man. He'll be responsible for where he works and where he is in the plant.
You're right. And you might try overlapping assignments so that everything is checked out double.
Okay, I'll get right on it.
Yeah, and Simon, keep an eye on this guy Cat for me, all right? If you see him with anybody suspicious, you let me know.
Okay, we'll do.
Thank you, son. And you hear anything, whenever, whatever, let us know. And tell the men down there that we are going to do our damnedest to see nothing like this ever happens again.
Yes, sir.
I swear, this galls the daylights out of me. Putting the lives of innocent men in jeopardy. What kind of monster are we dealing with?
I say we're dealing with an Alan Spaulding monster. You really think he's the one?
Well, it's a possibility, proving it's the hard part. He's as slippery as a yellow-bellied sidewinder.
All right, I think it's time we do a little bit of research. We should find out if any other companies are having the same problems we're having.
Good idea. And if we find that Sampson Lewis is the only one with trouble, then we might just try finding out what kind of an internal problem we got.
You mean we might have an insider?
Well, it's worth investigating.
Oh.
Why don't you check into it, Billy?
Yeah, I'll make some calls to get back to the office. May as well keep one part of my life from falling apart.
Maureen, are they ready to start?
Well, the panel's here. It's just that Chelsea and her lawyer haven't arrived yet.
All right, Rick, we're going to wait here.
All right, it's fine.
Look, Rick, I've exempted myself from the meeting. There's just no way I can sit in that room and remain in any way unbiased.
I think that's a wise decision, Mo. Tempers will be running high enough as it is.
How are you feeling, Rick?
I'm just eager to get this over with, to tell you the truth.
I'm sure you are. Look, you know my public position on this has to be impartial.
I understand.
But you know that I wish you all the best. He's
Thank
going
you.
to come through this with flying colors.
I hope so.
Would you excuse us, Ross? Could I talk to you just for a minute?
Yeah. Well, do you have any more news?
No, nothing. I mean, you know, everything was drop set for sundown tonight, but God, I wish these kidnappers hadn't insisted that Daddy do this by himself.
Have you had a chance to talk to Henry? How does Henry feel about it?
Oh, he wants to do exactly what they've demanded, but I don't think we have much choice. I just frightened for him.
Vanessa, he's a very smart man. He's not going to take any unnecessary risks.
Well, of course he's not. But we don't know anything about these people. We don't know how far they'll go. I tell you, waiting for him to come home tonight is going to be absolute hell.
Would it help if I were there?
Well, you'll be here, won't you?
Well, this hearing is not over by sundown. I'm going to call for an adjournment. You are not going to go through this alone.
Yeah, come in.
Hi, Ed.
Rita.
Is this a bad time?
No, I was just waiting for some tests to come up for the lab. Come on in.
Well, I can come back later.
No, really, I could use the company.
Okay. Rick's hearing's today, isn't it?
Yeah, right now.
How's he taking it?
He's doing better than his father. Sit down.
Thank you.
What brings you to Cedars?
Well, I had a checkup with Dr. Sedgwick.
Did, huh? Clean bill of health?
Yeah, I think so. Actually, I'm waiting for some lab results myself.
That's right. The last time I saw you, you were staring up at me from the floor of the Blue Orchid. You'd passed out cold.
Well, you know me at parties. Always have to do something for some attention.
Seriously, you taking care of yourself?
Of course I am. I've just been under a lot of stress lately, you know. I guess that's probably why I'm off.
Off what?
Off kilter.
Kilter?
Mm-hmm.
Daddy, sometimes I think the whole world is off kilter.
Oh, Ed, don't worry about Rick. I'm sure that the board is going to find him innocent.
I'd like to believe that. It's just that if we don't come up with some hard evidence soon, Rick's career may be finished.
Oh, hi, Lillian. Oh. Bea, I thought Hawk was working.
Yeah, he's
he's in the back doing some inventory. I'll go tell him that you're here.
No, I don't want to bother him. Not if he's busy.
No problem.
Thanks.
Excuse me a minute, will you, boys?
Absolutely.
Well, HB, what a nice surprise. What are you doing here at this hour?
Well, I was talking a little business with my boys over breakfast. How about you? How you holding up?
Oh, I'm doing just fine. I mean, I've got friends like you. How could I not be?
Lillian, if there's anything that I can do in this world to help with this situation with Dinah, I want you to call on me. How you fix for money?
Well, that's awfully nice of you to offer, but Henry raised the ransom money, and he's going to make the drop tonight at the North Bridge.
Well, then you're about to see the end of this nightmare right now, huh?
I hope so. I plan on having Dinah home for dinner tonight.
Lillian, I wish there was something I could do to contribute in some way. You know, any child of Vanessa feels like one of my own.
I think all we can do right now is just pray for her.
You can count on it, darling.
Your coffee's getting cold, HB.
I'll give you a call later.
Thank you.
Cocky old man don't even bother to sneak anymore.
Hawk, if you get started on HB, I tell you, I'm just not going to listen. I'm going to leave.
What I'd rather talk about is what's bothering you.
Nothing. I'm just fine.
You don't act brave with me, honey.
I'm scared. I'm so scared about Dinah.
Well, Ed, I really should be going.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm just rotten company.
We both have a lot on our minds.
Yeah.
I have the test results.
Oh, great.
Oh, these are for Reva. Thank you. I knew it.
Good news?
I think so.
Jacques.
Johnny Bauer.
I was, wondering if you had any luck finding Mario for me.
Wait. He says he will come to your hotel tonight.
Hey, good work. How'd you arrange that?
I told him I had a model friend from the States in town, and she was lonely. And then I gave him your room number.
Good going, Jacques. Nothing like a little humiliation to make a guy cooperate.
Look, Johnny, you wanted to see him. I set up the meeting. The rest is up to you.
Yeah, I just hope it works. Mario's my last chance.
Did you call Christine?
Yeah, but she wasn't around. And I've also been in touch with Jean-Claude's old doctor, but he claims he hasn't seen Jean-Claude since he was 14.
But that can't be right.
I mean, that's what the man told me. And I got his name straight from the Lavals.
But I took a message from Jean-Claude's doctor not 6 months ago.
So maybe this is another doctor. What was his name?
I think it was Picard.
Picard. Okay, I got it. Look. I think Mario's here. I'm gonna run a little game on him.
He will never believe you're a pretty girl. Trust me.
No, I've got another trick in mind. Wish me luck.
Bonne chance, mon ami.
Yeah, I'm back.
What is the meaning of this?
You did pretty well covering up Jean-Claude's problem last time. But I think it's time we put our cards on the table.
Look, I have no time for this. And you can tell your friend, Jacques, that I don't appreciate being the brunt of some juvenile joke.
Look.
What?
I want the truth about Jean-Claude this time. And I want to hear it from you.
I told you before. Jean-Claude was a strong, healthy man. There was no medical problem.
Give it up, Mario. I just talked to Dr. Picard. He told me everything.
It's good to see you. Let me look at you. Swear to God, you get prettier every day. Beautiful. She's the prettiest co-ed at Springfield U. You're going to school now.
Better late than never.
Well, good for you. I'm glad to hear it.
Roxy, will you get that telephone? I swear sometimes I think that girl's deaf to anything with compliments.
Company?
Oh, Roxy, good. You're just one I want to talk to.
Well, guess who I just ran into? Joshua.
Don't let on to him that it's me.
Anything you say.
Listen, honey, do you have some time? I need to talk to you. Can you come over here?
Sure I can. Is everything okay?
Yeah, I'm fine. I just need a sounding board for a while.
I'll be right there.
Thanks, honey.
Huck, I'm sorry. I just seem to have so much on my mind. I just don't want to lose Dinah.
Now, don't you worry. They're going to bring that girl back here safe and sound.
I believe that. It's just that when she comes back, she's going to want to go live with her parents.
Ross and Vanessa.
Yeah. And I mean, that's right. It's the way it should be. It's just that, I don't know, I've gotten so used to having her around, you know? I mean, I love having her company, and I don't want to be all alone.
You won't be. Not as long as I'm around. And as for Dinah, you got any idea how much that girl loves you? You'll always have a place with her.
It's all got to work out tonight. It just has to.
What's got Lillian so misty?
Oh, she's worried sick about Dinah. The ransom money is supposed to be dropped tonight.
What ransom drop?
Well, the kidnappers instructed Henry to leave the money at the North Bridge. Everybody's hoping Dinah will be home after that.
No, Vanessa didn't even tell me.
I suppose she had her reasons. Where you turn off to?
I'm gonna go find Vanessa now.
Chelsea and her attorney have been such a long time. What's holding them up?
Well, it shouldn't take too much longer. We're still hoping that Ed's going to get here with the results from the second autopsy.
Hey, buddy. Phil, what are you doing here? I thought you were still in New York. No, I got the deal for the book all wrapped up, so there's no point really hanging around.
That's great, buddy. Congratulations.
Yeah, well, it looks like my writing career is finally launched.
It's really great.
Yeah.
Philip, hey, welcome back.
Thank you, Ross. Thank you.
Look, Rick, I was hoping we'd have word on the autopsy, but we don't, and we can't stall this panel any longer.
I know, Ross. So, let's give it the best shot with what we got.
Yeah. Hey, and you can set him straight. It's gonna be all right.
Thank you, buddy.
Yeah.
Let's get this over with.
Yeah.
Okay, good luck.
Well, where do you think Rick and his lawyer are? Probably running scared by now.
So, what did Dr. Picard tell you?
The whole story. What I don't get, though, is why you tried to cover it up the first time.
Because a man's pride was at stake. Not to mention the fact that it could have destroyed his career.
But, Jean-Claude was under medical supervision. It wouldn't have been fair to discriminate against him.
Would you trust a high-performance race car to a man with diabetes?
Diabetes? Yes, that could be it.
You sound surprised. So you've tricked me again. This is unconscionable.
I'm sorry. It's the only shot I had.
You have no right. You should show some respect for the man's memory.
Jean-Claude's dead. But there's a guy who's alive and kicking whose career depends on this information. Operator. Il faut que je appelle les États-Unis.
Ed, I've got the latest autopsy results.
Let me see.
Negative. 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 All right. If anyone needs me, I'm down in pathology.
Yes, Dr. Bauer.
Yeah, Dr. Bauer, what? Oh, Johnny, please, just tell me you've got something that will help with Rick's case. Oh, thank God.
Well, it looks as though you have a visitor.
Hello, darling.
He just was to the pediatrician for his checkup, and aside from a mild cold, he's perfectly swell.
I know you're perfectly swell. You're the best.
Vanessa.
Oh, hi, Billy. Look, sweetie pie, you go with Mrs. Stevens. Mom will be right there, okay? Okay?
Okay. I'll see you in a minute, son, okay? See you in a minute.
Thank you, Mrs. Stevens.
So, tell me how I can help.
What are you talking about?
Well, Don, I thought I could help you get Donnie back.
Oh, well, we're all doing the best we can, and I think we've got all the bases covered.
Oh, that sounds like a Ross Marlerism if ever I've heard one. Look, I know you're making the ransom drop tonight.
Well, then why didn't you just say so?
Well, I thought you'd confide in me.
I thought that the fewer people knew, the fewer chances there would be of anything going on.
Oh, come on. Don, look, it used to be you and me. You and me. And everybody else was in the category by themselves.
I'm sorry, Billy.
You don't even trust me with your secrets anymore, do you?
I don't want to fight about this now.
Yeah, neither do I. And that scares the hell out of me.
I'm going to take little Billy home. I'm going to wait for Daddy there.
Do whatever suits you.
Thanks for coming.
You sounded funny on the phone. Is everything all right?
Yeah.
Reva, what's wrong? You've been acting jumpy all week. Is this thing with Josh getting to you?
What thing?
You know, dealing with the fact that somebody out there's trying to kill him.
No, not really. Well, that is part of it.
Well, then what is it? What then?
I'm pregnant.
Oh, Lord. Have you told Kyle yet?
It's not Kyle's baby.
Thank God. Reva, if it's not you and Josh?
Well, now, come on. I mean, stranger things have happened. Sit down. I mean, after all, I have been in love with a man most of my life.
I know. Just give me a second, let it sink in, okay? Okay. What'd Josh say when you told him?
haven't yet.
Reva, you're not going to keep this a secret.
No, Roxy, I'm going to tell him. I just have to figure out what it all means to me first. I mean, like, what the implications are.
What's the problem? And you said you were in love with him. Lord knows he's always been crazy about you. To tell you the truth, I don't know why you two just didn't get married years ago.
Oh, something always got in the way. I mean, there were consequences and other people. I don't know, I think sometimes the reason why we just shook it up was for the pure hell of it.
What about now?
Well, now we're older and we're wiser. There's a baby on its way. I don't know, deep down I feel like this is the moment that my whole life has been leading me toward. I mean, I think about Josh and me raising a family, and it seems right and comfortable, like, I don't know, like slipping your foot into a comfortable shoe.
Romantic. I'm sure Josh would love that.
No, he'd know exactly what I meant. I mean, don't get me wrong. There's still a spark between us that just doesn't quit.
Well, then what's the problem?
It's just everything we've been through. I thought we would finally come together of our own free will. You know, like when it happened, we'd give ourselves to each other like presents. I just don't think that having a baby is a good reason to finally make a big commitment.
Yeah. Is having a baby really such a bad reason for two people who love each other to get married?
The patient was in a lot of pain, so I tied off an artery to stop the bleeding.
Using what kind of anesthetic?
A local.
Go on.
Well, at the time, the patient seemed stable enough for transport. But during transit, he became severely distressed. He really was in a lot of pain, so I went for a standard procedure.
Which is?
Well, I checked for a medical alert bracelet. There was none. I also checked with the patient's fiancée, and she knew of no allergic reactions to the medication. So I administered a shot of morphine. Shortly after that, Jean-Claude went into cardiac arrest.
Jean-Claude was deteriorating right before his eyes, but he didn't mention that.
Well, it seems that he followed procedure right to the letter.
It certainly does.
Then I'd like an explanation as to why Jean-Claude Laval is dead.
I don't know.
Dr. Bauer, you gave a rather impressive step-by-step just now. I've done my homework. It's almost textbook perfect.
Well, it's pretty basic stuff.
Right. And the other doctors here present can attest to the fact that if these steps were really taken, as Dr. Bauer has asserted, then Mr. Laval would still be alive.
Well, if no other complications had arisen, yeah.
Then I think we can only assume that Dr. Bauer has reconstructed his actions of the night of that accident, that he did not, in fact, treat the patient as he...
Wait a minute, that is a lie.
Would you care to verify that assumption?
Well, Mr. Marler, your client has less than a perfect track record. For one thing, he was addicted to amphetamines during med school.
Rick Bauer is not on trial here for a drug problem he has long since solved.
Nor did he come through med school academically with flying colors. He failed his exams.
Yeah, as this committee well knows, Dr. Claire Ramsey unjustly failed him. He retested, he passed.
By the skin of his teeth. Based on Dr. Bauer's history, I can only say that not only is his professional competence in question, his character is not above reproach. It is not the least bit unlikely to me that he would lie in order to preserve a career that has survived so far on the basis of nepotism.
Now, this is way out of line, has no basis in truth.
Then my client would like an explanation for her fiancé's death, which the autopsy has failed to supply.
5% of all deaths are medically unexplainable.
I'd like to hear the statistics on healthy young men at the peak of their lives.
Wait a minute. I have the results we need right here.
Terrible reason for two people to get together if everything else is going well. I mean, but Joshua has so much going on in his mind right now.
He loves kids, Reva.
Oh, I know. I mean, I remember how great he was with you and Mindy when y'all were so little. But then I think about everything that's going on. I mean, someone is out there. They're after his family, and when I think about having this baby, I mean, that's like giving him a whole new Achilles heel. I just don't know what he's going to think about that.
Won't you ask him?
I know. I'm gonna ask him. I don't think I should have that.
Right.
I just don't want him to resent me for it.
Difficile de suivre dans ces zigzags la politique gouvernementale à propos du plan. Devant l'Assemblée nationale, le 22 octobre, le ministre de tutelle, M. de Charette, donnait l'impression d'avoir fait son choix, suscitant du même coup les réactions les plus contradictoires. Tandis que M. Rocard s'insurgeait contre la suppression du commissariat au plan, M. Giscard d'Estaing affirmait tout tranquillement que la
I've only had met you before I'm married.
Don't. We'll have our turn.
gouvernement. Mais il ne faisait toujours pas allusion au rapport qu'il avait demandé à M. Ruot et qu'il détenait depuis un...
Hello.
Hello?
Thanks to information I just received from France. The liver and kidney fluid autopsy indicates that Jean-Claude Laval was in fact diabetic.
That's not true. Doctor, is this a definite diagnosis or is it speculation?
So there's a courier on his way from France with affidavits from the doctor who treated Jean-Claude and the pharmacist who filled his prescription for insulin.
Gentlemen, this should be proof enough for anyone.
Well, I move that we adjourn pending the arrival of that evidence.
I second.
Adjourn?
Yeah? Yeah? Hey! All right.
This has been Guiding Light. Fashions provided by Barney's. Jewelry by Liz LaRusso. Be sure to be with us tomorrow for another full hour of Guiding Light.